Good morning. As you step out of bed and peer out your window, you might notice a gentle chill in the air, but not the biting cold you'd expect this time of year. The sun is rising over quiet streets, and there's a sense of anticipation. What will this winter bring? As the last of the autumn leaves flutter to the ground, you're probably wondering what kind of winter we're in for. Will it be a season of snow days and icy mornings? Or will it surprise us with milder weather and unexpected warmth? The big news this year is that most of the US can expect a generally mild winter. That means temperatures will be above average for many regions, and you might find yourself reaching for a lighter jacket more often than your heavy parka. But don't let the word mild fool you. This winter won't be boring. There will be sharp contrasts, with some regions hit by surprise cold snaps and bursts of snow, even in places that rarely see it. One day you could be enjoying a sunny stroll, and the next, bundling up for a sudden freeze. This winter, your local forecast will matter more than ever. With conditions changing quickly, it's smart to keep an eye on updates. What's happening in your town could be very different from what's happening just a few miles away. Imagine this. One state could be basking in sunshine with people out for walks and kids playing in the park, while the next state over is digging out from a surprise snowstorm. This patchwork of weather will keep everyone on their toes. We'll break down what to expect, region by region, so you can be ready for whatever comes your way. Whether you're planning a ski trip, a winter hike, or just want to know if you'll need to scrape ice off your windshield, we've got you covered. From the blizzards of the Northeast, to the rainstorms sweeping through Florida, and the snowy stretches of the Great Plains, we'll show you who gets snow, who gets rain, and where the cold will settle in. Each region will have its own story to tell this winter. So grab your coffee, wrap yourself in a cozy blanket, and let's dive into the winter of 2025-2026 together. Whether you love the snow or prefer milder days, there's something in store for everyone. Here's what you should be watching in your neck of the woods, because this winter the only thing you can count on is a few surprises along the way. To really get a handle on what's in store for us this winter, we need to dig into the two biggest forces shaping our weather, the polar vortex and the transition away from La Niña. These powerful climate drivers don't just influence the temperature outside your window, they set the stage for everything from snowstorms to sudden thaws, and even the path of major winter storms across the country. Understanding how they work and how they're changing this year can help us make sense of the wild swings and surprises that winter often brings. Let's start with the polar vortex. This is a massive, swirling pool of frigid air that usually stays locked in place high above the North Pole. But this year, it's expected to be unusually unstable. Instead of staying put, the vortex will wobble and occasionally break apart, sending quick, sharp bursts of Arctic air plunging southward into the central and eastern United States. These disruptions can happen suddenly, catching many off guard and leading to dramatic temperature drops in just a matter of hours. Rather than long, drawn-out cold spells, we're likely to see short but intense punches of cold. Imagine waking up to mild temperatures only to be hit by a sudden snow squall or a blast of icy wind by afternoon. These rapid changes can make it tough to plan ahead, and they can also create hazardous travel conditions and stress on power grids. At the same time, another major player is shifting gears. La Niña, which has been influencing our weather for the past few years, is finally fading away. We're moving into what meteorologists call ENSO-neutral conditions. This means the Pacific Ocean isn't pushing our weather patterns in any one direction as strongly as before. Without La Niña's steady hand, the atmosphere becomes more unpredictable, and other factors start to take the lead. With the Pacific's influence dialed back, storm tracks across the US can shift in unexpected ways. Some regions might see more frequent storms, while others could experience long dry spells. The usual patterns we've come to expect may not hold, opening the door for more regional variety and surprise weather events. For the south and east, this could mean more moisture in the air and a higher chance of bigger, wetter storms. Flooding could become a concern in some areas, while the west and other regions might see fewer storms and drier conditions. The contrast between wet and dry, stormy and calm, could be sharper than usual. With this neutral pattern, no part of the country is guaranteed a typical winter. From snowstorms in places that rarely see them, to sudden warm-ups in the middle of January, surprises are likely. The only thing we can count on is that the weather will keep us guessing. This year, local factors, like geography, elevation, and even urban heat, will play a bigger role than usual in shaping your day-to-day weather. What happens in your town could be very different from what's happening just a few miles away. That's why it's more important than ever to keep an eye on your local forecast. National trends can give us the big picture, but your local meteorologist will have the details you need to stay prepared for whatever this unpredictable winter throws your way. This winter in the Northeast is shaping up to be noticeably milder than what we're used to. Instead of the relentless, bone-chilling cold that often defines the season, residents from Boston to New York City and Philadelphia can expect above-average temperatures. The bitter cold snaps that usually grip the region will be fewer and farther between, making for a softer, more manageable winter overall. You'll likely find yourself reaching for lighter jackets and spending more time outdoors, even in the heart of January. Precipitation patterns will also shift, with less snow and more rain or mixed precipitation events, especially in the big cities. Instead of classic snowstorms, expect more days where rain falls or snow quickly turns to slush, making for wet, messy commutes. The overall amount of precipitation will be below average, so those iconic deep snowdrifts may be rare this year. But don't let the mild forecast fool you. Snow is still very much in the picture, especially for communities near the Great Lakes. Lake-effect snow events will bring heavy, localized snowfalls to places like Buffalo and Syracuse. These bursts can be intense, with several inches falling in just a few hours, particularly in December and again in March, bookending the season with dramatic weather. For most of the region, the dominant theme will be wet, slushy conditions. Streets and sidewalks will often be covered in a mix of rain, melting snow and slush, making travel tricky and requiring extra caution for drivers and pedestrians alike. Meanwhile, those living in lake-effect zones should be prepared for sudden, intense snowbursts. These events can develop quickly, reducing visibility and piling up snow in a matter of hours, sometimes catching even seasoned locals off guard. The season will start and end with a wintry punch, as early and late storms bring a reminder that winter can still pack a surprise, even in a milder year. In between though, the heart of winter will feel unusually mild. Expect more sunny days, comfortable temperatures and opportunities to enjoy the outdoors without the usual winter chill. But don't be tempted to put away your winter gear too soon. Late season snow is likely, and a surprise storm could still blanket the region when you least expect it. Flexibility will be key this winter. Keep emergency supplies handy, stay updated on forecasts, and be ready to adapt to rapidly changing conditions, whether it's rain, slush, or a sudden snowstorm. The Northeast winter will be milder and more comfortable overall, but don't let your guard down. This season promises a few dramatic twists and turns that will keep everyone on their toes. The Appalachian Mountains will see a split winter. The northern Appalachians, Vermont, New Hampshire, New York, will be milder, with ski resorts relying on snowmaking during brief cold snaps. In the central and southern Appalachians, West Virginia, North Carolina, expect colder than average temps and more frequent snow, especially at higher elevations. Residents in the south should prep for real winter. Service your heating, insulate pipes, and stock up on firewood. Travel could be tricky on mountain roads, so keep your car winter ready. The north will see more thawing and refreezing, leading to icy conditions. Ski resorts will jump on every cold window for snowmaking. The Appalachians highlight this winter's unpredictability. Be ready for anything. The Southeast is in for a colder, stormier winter than usual. States like Georgia, Alabama, and the Carolinas will see more cold air and higher chances for snow and ice, a big change from recent mild winters. Expect heavier coats, higher heating bills, and the need to protect pipes from freezing. The active storm track means more rain and the potential for disruptive winter weather in cities like Atlanta and Charlotte. Gardeners should be ready for hard freezes and protect sensitive plants. Don't be caught off guard. This won't be a typical southern winter. Prepare your home for cold snaps and icy roads. The Southeast's main message: expect the unexpected. Real winter is coming to the south. Even Florida and the Gulf Coast will feel the change. Expect a cooler, wetter winter. More frequent cool fronts will bring temperatures into the 50s and 60s, and rain will be more common. This could help with drought, but also means more gray days and potential for plant diseases. Watch for a possible late-season tropical system, especially early in winter. Prep by checking rain gear, fixing leaks, and ensuring good drainage. Have layers ready for cooler days. Stay alert for any tropical threats, even after hurricane season ends. Florida's winter: more rain, more cool, and a few surprises. Texas and Oklahoma can expect a warmer, drier winter. Welcome news after recent extremes, but don't get too comfortable. This region is known for wild swings. Occasional blasts of Arctic air will bring sudden, sharp cold snaps, so keep your winter gear handy. Early season snow is possible with the first strong cold fronts, but major storms are unlikely. Focus on protecting your home and plants from quick freezes. Make sure your heating system is ready, even if you don't use it much. Enjoy the mild days, but stay prepared for rapid changes. Flexibility is key for a Texas and Oklahoma winter. The upper Midwest and high plains are in for a milder winter. Finally, a break from the deep freeze. Expect fewer long cold spells and more moderate stretches, with cold coming in short bursts. Snowfall will be near or below average, with fast-moving clippers dropping light snow. Fewer big storms, but watch for a late-season upslope snow event in the high plains. Prep as usual: snow tires, furnace checks, and emergency kits. Don't let mild stretches lull you. Bursts of cold and snow will still happen. Overall, expect less shoveling and more tolerable winter days. The Heartland gets a well-deserved winter break. That's your coast-to-coast look at winter 2025-2026. The big story: a mostly mild winter for the northern U.S. thanks to a wobbly polar vortex and the end of La Nina. But sharp contrasts remain. Colder, snowier weather for the southeast and Appalachians, cooler and wetter for Florida, and mild but changeable for Texas and the plains. Don't rely on national headlines. Your local forecast is what matters. Prep your home, car, and emergency kits, no matter where you live. We'll keep you updated all season long right here on The Today Show. Stay safe, stay tuned, and enjoy whatever winter brings.